You will never quite know the depths of your soul until you look deep inside your own wounds. When you scratch off the surface and you take off all the little glitter and the plasters that you put on, then you will see all the icky, dirty, bloody things in your life. But when you dig deeper and deeper and you confront the realities of life and the truth of life, you will begin to realize how you climb mountains and how you have an ocean swaying inside you. You have a fire burning within you. You have the sky above you. There is this incredible reflection of ourselves that we see in nature and in the world. But also when we look at ourselves, we might see a reflection of nature in us. Our soul can be described as something that is filled like an ocean, or something that has mountains and a forest, many, many fascinating worlds. There isn't only one aspect to you, and that is the great complexity of your identity. But at the same time, it's a great motivation for you to wrestle with yourself. Your wounds, like the one I have, tell something about what you've experienced. And the wounds can either be something or be things that hold you back and that make you look ugly. But on the other hand, your wounds can be magnificent stories to tell. They can be the signs and the symbols of things that you have already conquered, of moments where you really were alive. And when you get to grips with the truth of life, with the ugly bits, like breakups and trauma that you experienced in your family, and the problems in society, when you look at those things, you also have something that can help hold you back. But at the same time, you have signs and symbols of stories, long and magnificent stories that you can tell. This is something that I've learned from one of the writers that I would least expect to have changed my life. And his name is Friedrich Nietzsche. But if there's ever such a thing as the truth or the full truth of life, and wanting to accept it, then it's in the writing of Nietzsche. Because when you look at all the dark and evil things that humanity does and has done, you don't want to look you don't want to look much further. But when you do, you start becoming something bigger than what you thought you could be. When you stop lying to yourself and stop creating illusions to make yourself feel welcome and to make yourself feel like you're accepted. You play into the illusions and into the games that people play, because you only think that in these little illusions and fantasies, only in them can you be or find happiness. But there's something much greater than only playing by the rules that other people give us. And that's actually confronting ourselves, confronting myself to see what wounds I have that are actually causing me to project and create new fantasies and illusions that were never supposed to be there. There's a child hiding inside of you that wants to get out, that wants to be free and roam the way it was meant to roam around in the world. But to do that, you first have to become a monster, and you have to become a creature that takes in all the devastating, ugly, dark parts of the world. You have to travel into the underworld to then be born from above. You have to see how the underbelly of society is struggling, and how the dark corners of the world are controlling the world. But once you've gone through that, you may see how the other side of life is also there, how the light and the hope is still inside you. It most definitely is in every one of us. But you get enlightened so much more, in such a more existential and universal manner, when you wrestle with all the problems of humanity, because then you get to the point where you've looked deep enough within yourself that you realize at the bottom there's not only you, but also a whole range of connections and people and life that's around you. The things that keep you breathing are not just your lungs and your mouth and your nose, but actually all the connections that you have formed, not only with others, but with yourself. Because once you've found that connection to yourself, between your different past selves, your different selves that could be in the future, once you recognize how it all might fit together, your past and your present and your future, you begin to become who you are, and you are who you are.